Amid the heated competition at the Americas GP, an important conversation involving Marc Marquez has finally been revealed to the public. But that's not all. A shocking twist that just came to light has left MotoGP fans stunned, trying to process what truly happened behind the scenes. So, what exactly did Marquez say that caused such a stir, and how can this unexpected twist shift the narrative of the season? Let's dive in. Austin, Texas, the legendary circuit of the Americas, COTA, once again became the silent witness to major MotoGP 2025 drama. This time, it wasn't just about speed, it was about emotion, failure, brotherhood, and an unexpected conversation that revealed a different side of two of the sport's biggest names, Marc Marquez and Francesco Pecco Bagnaia. Known as the King of COTA, Marc Marquez arrived with an aura of resurgence. After displaying dominant form in Saturday's sprint race, he seemed to reassert his status as the ruler of the American circuit. However, MotoGP isn't just about the past or paper stats, it's a world where a single second can change everything. And that's exactly what happened in Austin. Sunday's race began with high intensity, and tension was palpable from the moment the lights went out. Marc Marquez, as usual, launched aggressively off the line, showing the determination and confidence that define his racing style. He quickly took the lead, building a significant gap of over 2 seconds within just the first 8 laps. On his powerful Ducati, he looked to be in a class of his own, virtually untouchable. There was no real pressure from the riders behind, no sign of threat. It all seemed like the perfect scenario for a win. But races are never predictable. On lap 9, as Marquez entered turn 4, a technical section demanding high precision, a small mistake occurred. He took too much curb while cornering, and the result was disastrous. The front wheel lost traction, sending his bike sliding out of control. In mere seconds, the confident dominance he had built unraveled. The bike flew off the track, Marquez crashed hard, and what once seemed a sure victory instantly turned into devastation. "I made a mistake. No excuses. No pressure. I just took too much curb, and that was it," Marquez said honestly after the race, showing maturity in his response. As an experienced rider, he didn't look for excuses or someone to blame. Behind the fierce helmet lies a calm and humble soul willing to accept failure. Marquez tried to get back up and rejoin the race, but the damage to his bike was too severe. He had to give up on his dream that day and return to the pits early, recording his first DNF, did not finish, of the season. It was a heavy blow, especially at a circuit that had always felt like his personal stage. From a promising beginning to a painful end, that day served as a reminder that in racing, everything can change in a single corner. If the dramatic crash in turn 4 was the turning point of the race, then what followed was a turning point in the emotional narrative of the Americas Grand Prix. In an exclusive video released by MotoGP.com, fans were treated to a rare sight, a heartfelt, relaxed, and respectful moment shared between two MotoGP icons, Marc Marquez and Francesco Pecco Bagnaia. No scripts, no staged camera angles, and no promotional gimmicks. Just two great riders, two real humans, sitting side by side, sharing stories and laughter, briefly letting go of their competitive personas hidden behind helmets and sponsor-laden jackets. The conversation began with Bagnaia bringing up the chaotic strategy at the start of the race. The unpredictable weather made tire selection a major gamble. Amid the confusion, Marquez made a bold decision to enter the pit and switch bikes early, a move that triggered a domino effect among other riders. Everything looked dry. I had a setup for dry conditions, but I was still on wet tires. "That one lap felt like a lifetime," said Bagnaia with a light chuckle. "Then I saw you running toward the pit, and I thought, if he's going in, I have to go in too." Marquez replied with his signature smile, "I already knew what I had to do. As soon as I got to the pit, I threw a bottle to the crew, jumped on the other bike, and just then the start lights came on." However, this conversation was not merely about sharing technical stories regarding racing strategies. Beneath their words, there was a profound sense of mutual respect. Two world champions who often clashed fiercely on the track were now sitting side by side, as individuals who deeply understood the challenges, pressure, and split-second decisions that come with the sport. Bagnaia, with great humility, even admitted that Marquez was actually faster than him that day, a rare confession in a sport where pride often dominates. Moments like this not only warm the hearts of fans but also remind us that behind the intense competition on the track, there lies humanity, friendship, and genuine respect, elements that make the world of MotoGP truly special. When Marc Marquez suffered an incident and crashed on the track, an unexpected name emerged from his shadow: Alex Marquez, his younger brother, who delivered a stellar performance and managed to finish in second place. That moment became a dramatic turning point in the championship race. With that result, Alex now leads the World Championship standings, narrowly ahead of his brother by just 1 point. This is no longer just about who is the fastest on the track. It goes deeper than that. It's about a rivalry born from blood ties. Two brothers who grew up together under one roof are now standing on opposite sides in the battle for the MotoGP crown. Their story is not just about competition. It has transformed into an epic narrative blending family, ambition, big dreams, and destiny chasing at full speed. The world is witnessing how brotherly love can coexist with a desire to outdo one another, a dynamic that makes every corner of the racetrack feel more emotional and meaningful. Meanwhile, the stunning victory in Austin was a breath of fresh air for Francesco Bagnaia. The reigning world champion had been under immense pressure after trailing by 31 points before this race. However, his impressive performance at the Circuit of the Americas cut that gap down to just 12 points, reigniting his hope and ambition to defend his MotoGP world title this season. Bagnaia is now once again one of the biggest threats at the top of the standings. Despite his victory, Bagnaia revealed that the race wasn't without its challenges. He mentioned experiencing technical issues with his bike during the race. There was intense vibration in turns 6, 17, and 18. It was really hard to control the bike in that condition, he said after the race. Interestingly, Marc Marquez, who was also riding a Ducati, didn't experience the same issue, suggesting a difference in setup or technical approach between the factory Ducati team and the satellite team. This difference could be a crucial factor in future bike development and strategy. Another powerful moment came from the paddock area when Ducati course general manager Gigi Dall'Igna was seen having a private conversation with Marc Marquez after the race. Marquez, showing a disappointed yet composed and professional expression, spoke honestly, "Today, I felt the best I've ever felt on the bike." Responding to that, Dall'Igna gave a short but meaningful reply. In a calm tone, he said, "It's always like that, so don't worry." After a brief pause, he added a quote that has since become widely discussed in the paddock: "Go home a little angry, but stay calm." That line was not only reassuring but also carried a deep philosophy about racing and how a great rider manages emotions. Be angry, to keep the fire burning. Be calm, so the mind stays clear and control remains in hand. In the high-pressure world of racing, this emotional balance is what sets great riders apart from the rest. Next, MotoGP will land at the Losail International Circuit in Qatar. This event will serve as a new proving ground for the world's top riders: Marc Marquez, who is fighting hard to rise from a difficult period; Francesco Bagnaia, who aims to maintain his positive momentum and consistent performance in pursuit of the championship title; and Alex Marquez, currently at the top of the standings, who must face the heavy challenge of defending his lead, including from his own brother, in a prestigious family showdown. What are the implications of the rivalry between Marc and Alex Marquez for the dynamics of this season's competition? Share your thoughts.